The next session I've decided to ask questions on is family relationships. So for this one, question 1, can you tell me a bit about how your relationship is with your brother? Would you say you're close? How would you interact with each other, etc.?
Yeah, well, my relationship with my brother is really good. Like, we're really close, like best friends. We don't tell each other everything because that's normal with boys and girls. But yeah, we are really close because we just, I mean, it's only like 1.5 years difference, so we just grew up together, like practicing together, like we're working out, like he helps me with school, like especially with math. And it's just good. Like, I don't think it's normal to be like that close, because like many siblings have such a big like age difference, so then obviously it's harder to be close. But like, because we're almost like twins, um yeah, we are really close and we can do like everything together. And yeah, so that's really good and I'm really thankful for that.
According to ARNet 2018, there are 5 different sibling relationships. The first off, which is a caregiving relationship in which one sibling tends to take care of the other sibling. The second is a buddy relationship where siblings treat each other as best friends or close friends. The third type of relationship is a critical relationship in which is high tension and they're arguing a lot. The next type of relationship is a rival relationship, and they argue with the siblings tend to compete with each other. And the fifth type and final type is a casual relationship, which is actually where the siblings tend not to have much to do with each other. In Julianne's responses, she says that her brother and her are actually best friends, or they're very close. They don't tell everything because of the gender differences to each other. She says that talking about periods, etc. would not be suitable with her brother. But other than that, they're best friends and they do everything together. So they would display a buddy relationship. Tell me a little bit, for question 2, tell me a little bit about how your parents treat you and your brother. Do they comfort you a lot? Do they enforce a lot of rules? Would you say they're laid back? In general, just how would you say they treat you?
Well, I already told you that my parents are pretty like treating us equally, like we're the same and they're really fair with their decisions and how they treat us. And I feel like because we just grew up together, almost same age, we just kind of started doing the same things. Like, we started doing like playing tennis together, and I think I think it was important for them that we kind of like grow up like being close to each other, because obviously it's easier for them to handle us. And obviously we had fights, especially when we were younger. Like, I always blamed everything on him, so that wasn't nice of me. And that obviously caused a lot of stress, and we still fight, but that's normal, like with friends. And I think, but like in their rules, I think they're really like laid back. I think they're pretty chill, and because they know that we get along well, well, yeah, they're not really like gonna do anything against it. So I think it's probably how we grew up, and obviously like their parenting that put us together. And
From the way that Julianne responds to this question, I actually think it's pretty hard to determine what type parenting style her parents have with Julianne and her brother. If anything, it sounds like they might fall into that permissive category of parenting, as they seem to be highly responsive but not very demanding. In the textbook, ARNet 2018 discusses 3 other types of parenting. The first of which is authoritarian, in which they are extremely demanding, but they're not very responsive to with the children. Another type is authoritative, in which the parents are demanding, but they also respond a lot to their children. And the third type is disengaged parenting, so they're not demanding but they're also not very responsive with their children. But as I mentioned before, I think that Julianne's parents practice a permissive parenting style, as they are really responsive with their children, but they also don't put many rules in place, which I think is what she suggests from her response to this question.